I can tell you, as we look at this particular Hatch Act violation, so-called Hatch Act violation, if you look at what the Hatch Act is all about, it's about protecting federal employees. We're not doing any of that here today. In fact, we're setting a dangerous course where we're going to bring in every federal employee that has a Hatch Act violation when we are going to go and put a subpoena and put them on trial right here before Congress. It is wrong, Mr. Chairman. And I can tell you that if you look at what the Hatch Act is all about, it is not about Kellyanne Conway and her speech. Because if we're going to have the same standard, let me just tell you, there is ethical complaints about every single member of Congress that does some kind of TV hit here in the Capitol where they start to talk about it, Mr. Swalwell, Mr. Schiff. So if we want to hold people accountable, let's do it with the same standard, because I don't think it's right to hold her to a different standard.
Gentleman, yield.
I will to my friend.
I think that we have gotten to a point, sadly, where disobeying the law is okay.
But this is not reclaiming my time.
Yes, it is.
Reclaiming my time. It is my time. Reclaiming my time. I can promise you that paragraph E gives a waiver. So I want to hear from Mr. Kerner. Who gets a waiver? Because you know what? When you go out and you state the fact, that is not political campaigning. She's not asking for contributions. She's not asking for anything other than, she's not even campaigning. She has a microphone stuck in her face, and she is responding. You've done the same thing, Mr. Chairman. And so I would just say, let's be careful about the standard we're about to hold. I'll yield to the gentleman from Ohio.
This is one more example of the Democrats' obsession with going after this president. You got to go back. Remember how this committee started this Congress? Who was the first announced witness of the entire 116th Congress? Who was it? Michael Cohen.
That is not true.
Michael Cohen, the first announced witness, their first big hearing. Who do they bring in front of this committee? Who do they bring in front of the Congress? Who do they bring in front? A guy who is a convicted liar who sits in prison today. First big hearing. No, I'm not. It's my time. You're out of order.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, I got 2 minutes and 58 seconds.
I'm going to hold it. Let's hold it real quick.
Wait.
Freeze the time. Freeze the time.
No, I don't freeze my time. I'd have to yield my time to you, and I'm not doing that. Are you asking me to yield your time?
I'm asking you to yield.
I'll yield my time. It's at 2:58.
Right, and I don't want to take anything away from you.
The reason
why you're hearing that is the first hearing was with regard to drugs. Remember?
Not your first announced hearing.
Insulin.
You got to listen to what I said.
Yeah, well, then don't be funny with the words.
I'm not. I said exactly what I meant.
But don't put it out there. There's things that are not accurate. It's not accurate.
What are you saying?
You act like the lady.
Do you wish? It's my time, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah,
do you wish that you hadn't announced Mr. Cohen as your first announced witness? Is that what you're saying?
Oh God.
All I'm saying is your first announced witness, your first big hearing, is a guy who sits in prison for lying to Congress, and when he came here, he lied again. And now today, the Democrats, instead of focusing on issues that matter to Americans, they want to focus on Kellyanne Conway's tweets. That's the obsession you have with going after this president.